Hello, everybody. This is John Paval with a Friday live stream action update for you for Friday, February 27th, 2026. We only have 3 live streams to offer you today, but all 3 of them are top quality. And you'll have a choice between top Bach and early music specialist in Frankfurt, romantic heavyweights Tchaikovsky and Brahms in Cologne, and Wagnerian opera in Stuttgart. These are all top billings. I'm here to give you a little bit information about each of them to help you choose which you're going to watch. They are all this evening, Friday evening at 8 o'clock in the evening, Paris time, 2 o'clock late lunch in New York City, and 11 o'clock early lunch in Los Angeles and Seattle and San Francisco and Portland and other such locales on the West Coast of the United States. This is live, folks, so you have all sorts of things going on that you wouldn't have in a controlled television performance. Anyway, before I go any further, let me remind you, if you like this kind of programming, do yourself a favor and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live. We are on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn. We want to be wherever you are. If you do subscribe or follow us, absolutely free of charge, we'll make sure you get more than 1,000 live links to live performances of the kind of top quality that I'm about to tell you about right now. So let's get with it. The first of the concerts I want to tell you about is with the Frankfurt Radio Symphony. It's Philippe Herreweghe, the Bach specialist for the last 50 years, conducting a concert of pieces by Johann Sebastian Bach and Franz Schubert. They'll start out with Johann Sebastian Bach's Orchestral Suite number 2 in B minor, BWV 1067, and then Dorothée Mields, a top soprano and a leading interpreter of 17th and 18th century music, who has her own page on the Bach Cantata website, will be singing Bach's Mein Herz schwimmt in Blut, Cantata BWV 199 by Johann Sebastian Bach. My heart is swimming in blood. She's a really acknowledged singer of early music and Bach. You'll find her at places like the Bach Vokal Bach Festival, the Kölner Bach Festival, the Bachfest Leipzig, the Halle in Göttingen Handel festivals, Boston Early Music, etc. And then they will finish up with Franz Schubert's unfinished Symphony Number 7. Next up, what I want to tell you about is with the Köln Philharmonic, the Cologne Phil. This will be Andris Poga coming in to lead the orchestra. They'll start with Schumann's Manfred's Overture, Opus 115, and then they will do this Johannes Brahms Concerto in A minor for violin, cello, and orchestra, Opus 102, with 2 soloists coming in then on it. South Korean violinist Sarang Seohyun Kim and the multi-award winning German cellist Daniel Müller-Schott. And they'll finish up with Tchaikovsky's Symphony Number 4 in F minor, Opus 36. Andris Poga is a Latvian conductor, currently chief conductor of the Stavanger Symphony Orchestra, but my sources tell me that he's going to be touring Asia with this WDR Symphony, the Cologne Phil, along with the cellist Daniel Müller-Schott this year. And the opening concert for that tour is this one. As for Sarang Seohyun Kim, she's 18 years old, a genuine prodigy. She's a first prize winner in international competitions in 2021, in 2022, and 2023. 3 different international violin competitions, and in 2 of them, she was the youngest ever to win that prize. So As for Daniel Müller-Schott, apparently he's doing a lot of performing out in Asia also with the Sydney Symphony Orchestra, with the Auckland Symphony Orchestra in New Zealand, with the Tasmanian Symphony, and with the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra with Mark Wigglesworth from the Bournemouth Symphony conducting, because Mark Wigglesworth is the conductor for both Bournemouth and Adelaide. And then third, last but not least, I'm excited to tell you about some Wagnerian opera coming to you this Friday. There's so much opera going on this weekend. This is Francois Xavier Roth leading the SWR Symphony, which is based in Stuttgart, but covers the whole region. Starting out, they will do Wolfgang Rihm's In Schrift for orchestra. And Wolfgang Rihm is a German composer, composed a lot of operas, so it's not surprising he's in an opera bill, but this is an orchestral work. He passed away just in 2024, so you could consider him a contemporary composer, much better known in Germany than outside of Germany, actually. And then in the second half of the program, they do Act 1 from Wagner's Die Walküre, with soprano Johanni van Oostrum as Siegelind, tenor Maximilian Schmitt as Siegmund, and the bass Mika Kares as Hunding. Now, Johanna van Oostrum is a Wagner and Strauss specialist. Recently, she performed the role of Elsa in Lohengrin with Francois Xavier Roth conducting at the Bavarian State Opera. And then she went on to reprise it when she made her debut at the Paris National Opera in the same role. Now, recently, she did the role of Siegelind, which is what she's performing here tonight with the Orchestre Nationale de France, and now she's doing it with Francois Xavier Roth here in Stuttgart. She does one with Roth in Germany, and then goes to France and does another one in France, and then comes back and does it with Roth here. But anyway, they're a well-practiced pair who obviously will be able to work hand in glove together, and I think that really makes a difference in performances like this. The collaboration between the conductor and the soloist. Then Maximilian Schmitt, he's also a Wagnerian specialist. All three of these soloists are. He made his debut in this role of Siegmund in Die Walküre with the Concerto Cologne in 2023-2024. So he's reprising that role here. This year he also has his role debut as Lohengrin in a new production with the Staatsoper in Hanover. And in the past, he's also played Eric in Wagner's The Flying Dutchman in Graz, Cologne, and at the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées, which is a top venue. So another Wagnerian tenor here, and then a Wagnerian bass, the Finnish bass, Mika Kares. He's played Hagen in the Götterdämmerung, Hunding in Die Walküre, Fafner in Siegfried, Fasolt in Das Rheingold, Hermann in Tannhäuser, King Marke in Tristan und Isolde, and Heinrich der Vogler in Lohengrin. That's an awful lot of Wagner. And during this season, he is performing the roles of Fasolt, Hunding, and Hagen in Berlin and Bayreuth. Daland in The Flying Dutchman in Bayreuth also. And King René in Helsinki. And next year, the big news here in Paris is the posters went up all over town recently. They're doing the Ring Cycle at the Paris National Opera, and he's in that, singing the roles of Fafner and Hagen in that cycle. So, folks, that is what we have for you today. I wanted to do a live stream about it, even though there were only three, because all three of these are top billings. And I don't know how you're going to choose it. I think you may end up choosing it just, well, do you love the early music, the Bach piece? And do you want to hear Dorothée Mields singing, Her Heart is Swimming in Blood? That sounds more Wagnerian than it does Bachian, actually. Or do you want to hear these top soloists with Andris Poga in a show which they're going to be taking on the road? Or are you really up for enough Wagner to satisfy most of us, which is Act One of Die Valkyrie? Or are you could be one of those hardcore Wagnerians who, if it's not 4 hours or 3 hours, well, don't bother them. It's not the real deal. Anyway, that's what we have for you today. Enjoy one. I hope that any one of these three uplifts you. And before I sign off, let me remind you, if you have a taste for the excitement of enjoying this kind of performance live while it's happening, sharing this moment of truth and beauty, which is created by the performing artist, pouring out their hearts, minds, and souls for you in the moment while they're doing it. That's what a live stream is. It's this social event. Then by all means, do yourself a favor and follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live, absolutely free of charge. All these performances today are free of charge. People will be paying 40, 50, 60 euros to get in the door to hear it. And sometimes you'll get better coverage with camera angles and all than they're ever going to see in the hall. And good sound quality. But anyway, do yourself a favor, follow, subscribe to us, and we will make sure that you get more than 1,000 live links to live performances of this quality every year. We're on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn. Ciao for now. Have a great Friday. Oops, wait, I have to put something else up to close. I always have a thing to put up now that I'm putting up. And thanks to those of you who've tuned in.